not?
Hey, we're live. Hello, everyone.
Hi.
Let us know you can hear us. I got to get to the chat. Okay, there's the chat. Almost forgot how to do this. All right, let us know if you can hear us, you guys. Somebody tell me a thumbs up you can hear us or not, so we can tell. Because we are at microphones, so we're in the hotel here.
We're at the Comfort Inn in Seattle. Just down from the airport. And we're really grateful to them for letting us use their breakfast room.
Yeah, we can hear you. Okay, good.
Breakfast room for their.
There's a little lag on our side getting it back. I'm sorry.
That's okay. No, I just wanted to acknowledge Comfort Inn for letting us use their breakfast room to do our live.
Yep.
They're very kind to do that. So if you hear some odd noises in the background, it's because we're just off of the lobby and the front desk.
And people are still checking in and checking out and posting all that. And we have Neil and Beth are also here behind the camera. So they're going to pop in a little bit later.
We're all waiting for late flights. So.
Yeah, we're waiting for late flights out of here. We fly out 1 minute before midnight tonight before we go home. So
we do.
Yes, we do. And they leave at 10 o'clock? 11:30.
11:30.
So they leave at 11:30 to go home. So anyways, you got some things you want to say, right?
Well, I was just going to do the what do you call it? The chatters first before we lose all of them. So I wrote down who was in here in the beginning because as people come in, it scrolls up and we lose the early ones. So Peaceful Daz was in here early, and Treasure Hunter Neil, and Beth was here. Tim Mitchell's driving down. We're doing dinner with Tim and Sevia this evening after the live. So we're looking forward to that. Then there's Glenn DeMoose in here. Gary YouTube Police showed up. Auntie Jan XRGEX is here, and she has a new channel I picked up in the chat called Rocks and Raccoons with Auntie Jan XRGEX. And then I got Ann Philbeck of Glory in the Morning, in the Garden. Sorry, Ann. Karen Best came in. And
Angie, our cabin in the woods is at the airport, and I missed it. Let me go back up, get that back there. At the airport, and can't check bags until 7:30. Are you all on the same flight? No, we're not on the same flight. Susan and I are on the same flight, but Neil and Beth are on a different flight.
Karen Lucy's in the house.
I got one that's called Paul XB4FP, and that we have on our channel. It switched us over to the @ so it's a true your sign or your
true channel
it's
name?
your channel sign. It's not channel name, channel sign in. So who I don't know who is Paul. I don't know who that is. That may be Trout, Brooke Trout.
Could be.
So.
Yep.
Anyways, guys, if you come in and say your name, Annie Jan's in here. Go ahead, anybody else? Hey, there's Ken's in here.
Karen Lucy's here. Yep, got her. Arlene is here. Haven't seen her for a while.
There's Ken.
Hey, Ken. There you go. So, we said hi.
We said hi, Ken. Ken's a friend of mine from when I was in the Navy. I haven't seen him for 29 years, and he lives up here near the Seattle area. And he came and picked us up at the boat when we got off. We disembarked. He came and picked us up, brought us down here to the hotel, which is, I don't know, it's a $60 Uber ride. So I tell you that. And he brought us down here, and then we went to lunch and we went to dinner with him last night. So we had a good time spending chit and chat about.
Jerry was real excited to see him.
It's been a long time. 29 years is a long time.
Yep.
And he's coming to Missouri in a couple of weeks or a couple of months, and we're going to pick him up, and he's thinking about retiring in Missouri in Joplin area. So let me get to the
Karen Lucy's in the house, hunting and stuff with J&J. Stop by, welcome in. There's Chef Stevie. Yeah, we're going to see you real soon. Can't wait.
They're on their way, probably.
Yeah, and then Tiffany from Canadian Family Life is here, and that. Do we have any more? Paul's
has just made a big pot home. Paul Adventures. And Michael's Adventures in here. Hello, Michael Adventures. I know him from Tuber Chat, and I'm gonna when I get home. Probably won't be until Wednesday, but he wants me to help him set up some promotion things, which I said more than happy to. So I'll be emailing you, Michael, and then I'll get you my phone number and we can talk. Let's see.
You said brook trout.
Yeah, I said brook trout, but I thought that Paul was
not. He says
Paul
I'm here,
Ventures
but I'm Paul, but not that Paul.
Yeah.
Okay.
Paul Ventures,
Hey, Tony,
big
Cabin in the Woods. And there's Angie.
And there's Gary, Gary Beltloop. Did you say hello to Beltloop?
Yeah,
Beltloop's in here.
And you told Angie we're on a different flight.
Right. And then Arlene's in here.
Yep.
And our Cabin in the Woods must be Tony.
Yep.
He took his name out, I guess. And because Angie hers says Angie. So it's got to be. And there's Lori prepping for heaven. Hello. And Karen, you're see Karen Best, didn't you?
Yeah.
So.
Sherry, you turn.
Okay.
It's our first time in here. We're very happy to have you with us. Thanks, Sherry, for stopping by.
Kate's Kitchen.
Oh, that's
He came in. Hey, Kate, how are you? Let's see, and there's Jerry Riggs.
There's a Greg Johnson in here.
So there's 31 wonderful people in here. So, you have anything else you want to say about that? The channels, or have you said the channels yet?
No, I haven't done any of that.
Go ahead and do the channels.
So when Tiffany's name popped up, Canadian Family Life, that I wanted to bring it up that we met some new channels on the cruise, and we got reacquainted with some channels we haven't seen in a long time. And I just wanted to mention, we ran into Addie of Crazy Crafters. We met her at one of Jan's first, Simply Jan Homestead's first meetup in Stockton. And then Nick and Jamie of Multi Hunter 247. They're from Texas, and we hung out with them a couple different times. And he and Jerry talked about hunting and fishing, and all that kind of stuff. And Jamie and I talked about girl stuff. Then there was we see Brenda every once in a while, but she was there. Freedom.
She was right next door to us, so she was one of the quietest neighbors I had.
She had her do not disturb button on 90% of the time. And then a couple that we met in Savannah at Black's Tropical Forest.
Thank you, Des.
Black's Tropical Soil. We met Felicia and Willie. Her channel is F.R. Humphrey, and she's a big crocheter, and she does that at midnight or 11 o'clock.
Yeah.
She does lives. And then the cruise also had some subscribers that we got to meet. I'm not sure what channels they subscribe to, but it doesn't matter. But it was fun to talk with them. There was Lillian from Florida, and then Jackie Saylor and her son Montana were there. Sandy and David, didn't get their last name, but they're from Oregon. And one couple that has a channel that we had the hardest time tracking down, but they came on the cruise. I think I know they were doing their own thing because I checked out their channel, whatever. They did the suspension bridge across the Yukon, and a couple things I thought about but didn't want to. But off-grid living with Loretta and Jason, and in looking at their channel, I saw that they are from Calgary, Canada. So it was fun talking with them. We had, there were others on the cruise and others that we've seen at meetups.
We did meet up somebody who said that they had lunch with us because there was a big table for 4 people, and 2 of us were going to sit down. There was not very many tables, so they asked if the Mater D asked us if we mind sitting and eat with them. We said no problem.
Was that the American?
Yeah.
Okay.
And they sat down, and when we kept looking at us and squinting our eyes and looking at us, and I said, and she goes, "What do you guys do?" And I said, "Well, we have a YouTube channel, but we're a farm." She goes, "I watch you." So it's the first time I've ever had anybody said that they actually recognize us and watches our channel. That we don't actually have. They don't actually have a channel, but they actually, saw us in the public and say, "Hey, I watch you." It's the first time that ever happened to me. It was kind of exciting.
Troy Sutton is in the house. It's been a while, Troy. I haven't seen you for a hot minute. Hasn't it? It's been a few weeks.
I saw Troy a couple times back in other chats.
It's been a while.
Des, I want to let you know that we.
Oh my gosh.
Don't tell her.
No, you can.
We got you some magnets, dear, and when the box comes, you need to have somebody come in
Forklift.
a forklift to pick them up and bring them in your house. You'll know who it is. So yeah, Belt Loop, you don't count for recognizing me at Pedals of the Past. We know each other. That's the difference. I didn't know who this person was, and they just said, "Oh, we watch you." Anyways, so
yeah, that was a nice couple. They had that was their second cruise. That was always like a kind of a icebreaker. Well, is this your first cruise, or how many have you been on? And then you got to hear about other people and their the different cruises and stuff. So that was kind of exciting.
And that couple we met that said that they had watched this. I guess no, that was it. That was another channel. That's right. We went to the Alaskan cultural venue, I guess we call it.
Yeah.
And we had lunch there, and this other couple sat across from us. We were talking, and they asked us what we did. I said, "Well, we have a farm, but we have a YouTube channel." And the guy said, "Oh, me and my brother started a YouTube channel, and we sold it." And he said it was all about they did. He was the ex-police officer, and he had all these videos from camera, the body cams and stuff. They did videos on that body cam, and he sold the channel for $7,000 to this other guy who was gonna keep going with the channel. I guess he said he has only posted one thing in the last 6 months. So he's talking about starting another channel again.
Alvin One is in the house.
Hey, Alvin.
He's new. Is he new?
I think so. I don't. It's hard to tell because it says @ That's his his thing.
Name.
So I don't know if that's somebody I know or not. So
well, happy Labor Day to all of you folks that are still working. I appreciate your dedication, and as does my retirement. So thank you very much. But happy Labor Day. And we flew in on Friday last week, and when we landed in Seattle, the phones came back on. And it pops up on mine for whatever reason, the weather, and said, hang on to your seat, Midwesterners. It said we were under a heat advisory. Anytime Seattle is over 80,
no, over 70.
75 degrees, I think it was.
75.
The hotels have it. But some of the retailers, but
residents don't have air conditioning.
Don't have air conditioning. Reconnecting. But yeah, so we had to laugh about that they were under a heat advisory for like 3 days until like Tuesday, I think, something like that. But we had gorgeous weather on the cruise. We had a little bumpy and a little rainstorm Monday morning before we all woke up, but the rest of it was pretty good. It's like kind of like sweater weather for me.
It's fall,
but
it's fall at home like this. It's absolutely beautiful. I love it.
But in Ketchikan, it rains. They get 200 inches of rain a year, and they had gone 3 days without rain and warm weather, like 80 degrees or so, and their plants were.
Plants were.
They were out watering
the plants because plants needed water.
Yeah.
Oh, Lynn from Okie. You're from Okie. Welcome in, Lynn. Been a while. So we just tell you everything. There's no giveaway today.
Right.
But we will have a giveaway next week.
And we do have a giveaway word.
Yes. So if you want to know what the word is, stick around. Hey, Tim. Yeah, heat advisory come over 85. That's hot for us, they said.
Yeah.
So anyways,
I have one more funny story.
Go ahead.
Well, I have lots of funny stories.
Yeah, go ahead. I got a couple of funny ones too.
In Ketchikan, our tour guides told us that they had a Walmart there. We thought, holy crap. She says there's only 9 Walmarts in the whole state of Alaska. But when Walmart opened up in Ketchikan, within 3 hours, everything was sold out.
Everything. The store was empty.
And they had to close the store down for
3 weeks.
4 weeks.
4 weeks.
4 weeks until the barge came back
with all the supplies to resupply the store.
Can you imagine us getting sold out of a Walmart and having it closed for 4 weeks.
They said, and she said everything was gone. There was nothing left in the store.
Yeah,
everything bought everything out of the store.
Yeah.
Now it's not what you call like a super Walmart like we have. It was what they call the neighborhood Walmart. That's the size of it.
Yeah, it wasn't like your job. Well, for us, the super Walmarts. It was just a regular size Walmart.
Yeah.
Or maybe even smaller. So that I thought that was rather interesting.
Yeah, it was. I was laughing.
Yeah, that was.
People
good.
came to me like, "What are you laughing about?" I'm thinking, it's not that big, big a deal for them probably, but it was interesting. And
thanks, Arlene, for posting links.
Yes.
Mona did what? She's in the house now.
Yeah. Okay, Mona. And there's Linda. Hey, Linda, for another time. That was lunch.
And who is?
We went across the street with Beth and Neil to this little casino, and they have street tacos, carne asada street tacos. Susan and I had that last night for dinner. We had it again today for lunch. It was good.
Our Mexican restaurants in town, Neosha for sure. I'm not sure about Joplin, but Neosha for sure doesn't have street tacos.
Yeah, they don't.
We snag them up whenever we can.
It was good. I was really making up for my taco withdrawal because I haven't had tacos for 2 weeks. Yeah. I missed the tacos they had on the ship because we were in where were we Wednesday? Skagway?
Wednesday we were on the Skagway on the train ride.
Train ride, so they didn't have any tacos there. So, but it was fun. I'm going to tell a little story about Susan.
I got two. Yeah, that's fine.
Okay. Susan played bingo on the ship, and she bought, and I thought it was a little expensive, but $60 packet, or no, $79 packet.
The first time. And she got 3 things of bingo cards. Well, I snatched a set of 3 cards on one strip, and there's only 3 games. So we play. Yes, we're still in Washington State. So we played bingo, and we didn't win anything, and we got these red tickets that she got. Stop.
What?
They want to know about roulette.
Oh, okay. I can tell you roulette. There ain't nothing. All your numbers suck. I played your numbers just like it went right down the list. $2 here, $2 there, $5 for Tim, $5 to Stevie. Right on down the list, and nothing hit. Not even close. So you guys pick bad numbers. Anyway, so back to what I was saying.
Yes.
What was I saying?
I played the double cards. You played the single cards.
Yeah, she played the double cards. I played the singles. We didn't win anything. But there's these red tickets that you had to hang on till Friday for a chance to win a trip on a 2-person cruise. Trip for a cruise.
Cruise for 2.
Yeah, cruise for 2. So Susan said, well, we got to be sure we get back there in time for that.
And you had to be present.
You had to be present to win, yeah. So we went back, and Susan, of course, bought another packet, a double pack of bingo cards, and sat down, and she gave me these tickets. She actually tickets went throw them in this Turner thing, and they pulled the name out, and she didn't win, but after the first 2 games she won, and they pulled the winner out, and some woman won. I don't remember where they said she was from.
Name was Brenda.
Her name was Brenda, but it's not our Brenda.
She knew the number. Somehow she knew the number, but she
couldn't find a ticket.
Couldn't find her ticket, and we must have spent 10 minutes of time waiting for her to dig through her purse, dig through her bag. They even sent some of the cruise workers up there to help her. We kept waiting and waiting and waiting. Finally, she found it, and
verified it,
and she won. So that was okay.
Then the last game was a blackout game. And Susan's sitting there playing. I keep glancing over at it, and she's sitting there playing, just not kind of nonchalant. And I look over. She had the top card had like 7 numbers left, and then the bottom card had like 5 numbers left. And I said, "Oh, she may win on that middle card." I thought she might win this. And if you got 47 bingo under 47 numbers, you got bingo under 47 numbers, you got $5,000. I said that would be awesome. That paid for another cruise. So I was sitting there watching her, and she's pushing numbers and stuff. And then they got to the 47, and nobody won bingo. So, and then Susan had 4 numbers left on one card and 5 or 6 numbers on another card. And the next number come up, it was her. So she got down it was number 48. She got down one number more. Then 49 came up. She didn't have a number for that. 50 came up. She had a number for that. And And then 52 came up. She had a number for that. Then 53 came up. She didn't have that number, but she was down to 1, and she stood up. And when the 53 number, she was standing up with 1 number. The 53 number came up. 2 more people stood up, and all she had left was B3. And I sat there and I said, I'm looking. So all she needs is B3. And sure enough, B3 came up, and Susan won $800.
Yeah.
She won back everything I lost
the night before.
the night before.
Yeah.
So.
And what was fun about it was that the lady sitting in 2 rows in front of me, they asked you where your name and where you're from, and I told her, I said Missouri, and I had like 3 or 4 people shout, "Yay!"
Yeah, so people screaming if they were from Missouri, and
yeah.
So,
but the fun part of not winning that I don't win at bingo. Jerry's always the winner at the casino part, and I usually waste the money. But anyway, so winning bingo was kind of exciting because that's not one of my characters.
It was awesome. It was totally awesome.
It wasn't up my road. But
she didn't know what to say. She's just standing going,
Well, because they put it up on the screen and said, no, that's not a good bingo. And I keep looking at it, trying to figure out what's wrong with it. And they were pulling my leg. And, they got me. But what was really exciting was this Japanese woman who we had dinner with the night before.
Yeah.
And her daughter had played that day before, had won at Deal or No Deal. That was a fun game. And then during bingo, after Deal or No Deal, they played bingo, and we had pull tabs that day. And her mom, and I can't remember her name, but the daughter's name was Roxanne. So Roxanne's mom won $2,000 on the pull tab. So that was really exciting. We talked about that at dinner. But when they called me, she looked over, saw me. She came over and gave me the biggest hug and said, congratulations. Don't know her from just dinner the night before. And you know how it is. It was a Benihana type dinner where you sit around the table. She says
she'll be a subscriber, so hopefully she'll go back and see this live.
Yeah. So anyway, that was fun. She was a
Hey, Brenda, our Brenda's on here.
So, Ginger, to answer your question, no, I didn't go into any yarn shops. There weren't that many around.
Not yarn shops. But...
There was one yarn shop with the fabric store, the quilt store that I went to in Juneau. And I did look at it, but for me, I have to have some projects for what I buy. I just can't buy and have it sit. I just have to have a project. And you don't have any in mind for yarn.
And you bought some fat quarters there, right?
Right. But I got a couple quilt fabric type projects I want to do. So I got fat quarters at the store in Juneau, and I got the store in Skagway didn't sell fat quarters.
Let me tell that story. We went down the train, and then the train took us back
on Wednesday into Skagway.
Into Skagway, and we got off in the town, and we had to walk, I don't know, like 6 blocks to this fabric store. She goes to the fabric store. I'm sitting down outside, and I was watching Kevin, I think, Tuber Chat. And I was watching Tuber Chat because he was live. And she comes back out, and I said, well, where's the fabric? She goes, I'm not buying fabric. And I said, what do you mean? Well, all they sell is half yards.
This is their signature. I don't know if you can see it. Yeah. It's got otters on there, and it says, we ought to be quilting.
Yeah,
ought to be quilting. That's what I bought.
So... yeah, that's all she bought. And I said, what do you mean? She goes, all they have is half yards. And I'm not buying half yard. So I looked at her and said, well, don't they have anything that you can make wallets out of for me? And she looked at me and she said, oh, that's a good idea. So back inside the store, I sat back down on the bench. She went in, hey, Terry, sister's in here. Yeah, we're still in Washington. So she ran back in the store and come back out with four half yard of material that she can make wallets
for you and Robert.
For me and Robert. But it was so funny because she didn't think about that, and I told her that was a good idea. So she got some fabric from the Skagway
store. So, I don't know if there was a store in Ketchikan.
Hold on, this is right here. All right, go ahead.
I don't know if there was a fabric store in Ketchikan, but it was a tight schedule. We did our excursion. We had a fabulous time. The tour guide was really good. We saw a lumberjack show. We went to the Alaskan Cultural Center, and then we came back. And we only had like 5 hours, and an hour of that was driving in and out of town. So I didn't get to. I don't know if they have a quilt store or not. So, but I did get some Alaska fabric. So I'm really happy about all of that. So
Refresh it, Mary. She says she no longer see the chat. Refresh it and see if it pops up. Okay.
So Ruby of Rushing Wind Mountain is here, and Crafty Witch 232.
And I told you my sister's in here.
Yeah. Hey, Terry.
Okay, let me tell a story about fishing.
Okay.
All right, Ginger. Here's a story about fishing. It was a 5-hour fish trip. They said
in Juneau,
in Juneau, which is the time you get on their bus until the time you get off the bus. So it takes you an hour to get out where you're going to go fishing. Then you go, hey, Kevin. Then you go fishing for throughout 3 hours. Then it's supposed to be come back in, get on the bus, and you're supposed to be back at the boat, which is all good and well, and I'm okay with that. So we get on there, and I didn't have a fishing license. I didn't do it beforehand because I'd said on the brochure on the Norwegian thing that that you can buy your fishing license on the dock for $20, but paying cash. I said, no problem, I'll just do that. Well, if I would have went down farther and read, it says you really should do it online, so it didn't hold up anything. Well, it held up a little bit, but I was no one. 2 people from California didn't have their fishing license either, so they held up because they couldn't find the web page even. So we got on a boat, and I'm with 4 other people. And
Max is 5 on the boat.
Max was 6 on the boat.
6 on the boat.
But we only had 5, me and 4 other people, and it was a family of 4: a mother, a father, a daughter that was 14, and a daughter that was 10.
Hey, Kevin.
And
thanks for the raid.
From Canada, and they got on, and they speak Mandarin Chinese, and the girls spoke broken English. So it was kind of fun to listen to that, and the captain trying to explain stuff to them. But we went out, and we were out salmon fishing, and we were supposed to take turns whoever hooked up. Well,
hi, Scratch and Pete.
The little 10-year-old, a pole hooked up. They let her pull it in, and they told her not to pull it in too fast, but she did, and they pulled the hook right out of the mouth.
Family lifestyle, welcome in.
I'm looking at you. Look at you give me now. So then the next one hit. I got the pole in. I reeled it in and caught it. It was about a 7-pound 7-pound salmon. It was about that big. And so we did the thing we had to do. Put it in the boat. They just stuck it in the bucket for now. And then another line went off, and the little 10-year-old got to pull that in. She pulled it in real slow. After watching me, she pulled it in real slow, and she got one about the same size. So we had to go gut them. We got them and all that stuff. They got them. And they were guessing boys and girls and all that stuff. Make a long story short. But then the captain said, "Well, we aren't getting any more salmon. You guys want to go rock fishing?" And we said, "Yes." Excuse me. I was all about this and catch a fish. So, excuse me. So we got the rock fishing. Well, each person has their own pole then. And you drop it down. Well, I dropped mine. As soon as the captain said, you go ahead, drop it, I let it go, man. And it went to the bottom. We were at 260 feet. It hit the bottom. I reeled up 3 times, jigged it twice, and I had a fish, and I'm reeling it back up. They weren't even down yet. They were going real slow going down. He kept saying, go, let it go, let it go. But they were just going real slow. I got mine up, and it was about, rockfish about like that. And I got hooked up and went back down again. And I hooked up again before they even hit the bottom. And I started reeling up, and then their father hit one. He was reeling up, and the mother got hit one, and they started reeling up. So all 3 of us are reeling up. Mine came up. I unhooked mine real quick. I baited my own hook, and I tossed it back in real quick. Theirs come up, and the father was a good sized one, about like that rockfish, and he brought it on board. They disconnected the thing. I'm done. He's done fishing.
Caught one
fish, and he was done. And the mother had one about the same size. She got on board, and they started to unhook it. And she said, "I'm done." Well, it was really weird. And yes, Terry, we did. Guys got worth the drink package. Yes, it was. We
drank it.
We drank it. I probably drank more alcohol in 7 days than I have in the last 10 years. So, anyways, so the little girls started catching fish, but I'm still going. I'm hooking it up, going back down, and I'm pulling fish up. Almost every time I go down, I'm pulling a fish up. So I dropped it one time and pulled up a fish, and it was it was a cod. And and I thought, man, I would sure like to cook a halibut. And I said, "Is there any halibut in here?" He said, "Well, there's a few, but He goes, there's a chance of a flounder instead. Well, I hook back up, drop it back down, and the girls again. I gotta get a drink. Hang on. The girls stopped fishing.
Hey, Tamara, Dink, how are you doing?
The girls said they were done, and I went back down and caught a flounder about like that, and brought it up, and that was like the last of our fishing. But the interesting thing was they're not allowed to have fish, so all their fish came to me.
Yes, Gary, it is alcohol,
and
they can't take it back into
Canada. And so all their fish that they had, they basically gave it all to me because they couldn't have any of it. So I got all their fish plus my fish, and I asked the captain, whose name was Luke, and I said, "Luke, do you think how much that will weigh after cleaning?" He said, "Oh, that's probably close to 30 pounds." And I said, "Yes, I'm stoked." They had 2 nice big salmons. There's probably like 10 to 12 rockfish, the flounder, and the cod. That was supposed to be sent to me. So the whole situation was we took it over. He took it over to the place, and when was going to call me and told me, huh?
And it's called Alaska Dock to Door.
Yeah, Alaska Dock to Door, and she was going to call me and tell me how much it was going to be and all that stuff. I said, okay, well, I didn't care, and I didn't care what it was. I'm loving the fact that we're getting fish. So she calls me on Thursday.
Today?
No, that was a text today. No, I looked on my phone and found that. She called me on Friday, I guess. Friday, when I was at Victoria's Secret, and said, Victoria's Secret. I always do that. Victoria. I say Victoria. I don't know why.
Victoria, British Columbia.
Yeah, Victoria, British Columbia. So she texts me, and she texts me, and she says, the processing is $131, and the shipping to your door will be $158. I said, stoked. Okay, that's great. And I said to her, I called her.
And shipping is FedEx overnight.
Yeah, FedEx overnight. So I called her and I said, if you happen to have any extra fish, I'd be more than happy to take it. And she said, well, I don't have any right now, but I'll be mailing yours out on Tuesday, which is tomorrow. And so between now and Tuesday, if I have anything, I'll throw it in your box, and there'll be maybe a little bit more money. I said, that's fine. I don't care. She's okay.
Well, this was an intentional thing we wanted to do on this cruise for him to go fishing, and we were going to ship it home because the amount, the type, the quality of fish that we get in the Midwest sucks.
Yeah, so this is fresh fish, fresh frozen.
Hey, Sean from
right out of the ocean, frozen. So I looked at my it should have been $289. I looked at my account today, and
bank account.
Yeah, bank account today. Oh, excuse me.
You okay? Talking too fast.
Too excited. I looked at my bank account today, and it was $313. So I thought, great, she added more fish. So,
yeah.
So I'm so excited about getting home on Wednesday when that box will come, because she's mailing it tomorrow.
We get home tomorrow. She's mailing it tomorrow.
It'll be at the house on Wednesday.
So I'm
going to do a video on it and give her another shout out. And I'm going to try to hook up with her in a way that I can get fish anytime she has extra fish, that she can send it to me.
Well, and actually that the cruise line, the cruises are done with Alaska Cruises in October, the first week in October. So there won't be any fish until next year, unless there's some, up through October, which is fine.
My sea legs were fine, Terry. I didn't miss a beat. I can barely even feel the boat moving. Susan said, "Oh, it was rough out there one day," and Monday morning. I was a little concerned about Susan getting sick because it was pitching and you could feel it bumping and all that, and so I was a little worried about her. What's that?
Oh, Gold Peak Sweet Tea is great from Michael's Adventures. But it's actually Georgia Peach.
Yeah.
We drink Georgia Peach. So
anyway. It's the Gold Peak, yep. So anyways, it was a great fishing trip. I don't care what anybody says, it was a great fishing trip. And we did have some people went fishing in Ketchikan, right? Mm-hmm. In Ketchikan. And Nick and Jamie went fishing there, and they both caught a halibut. It wasn't very big. I like that big halibut, but they opted not to take it home because the guy who told them, and I don't know if who was on board, was going to be $180 just for the box, and I don't know if they got the guy gave them the right information or not.
So they opted not to.
And they said they were told that was definitely no good. And so there was a guy on board who got all the fish from Florida, and he paid for all their fish to go to his house.
There is.
Yeah, being 4 years in the Navy, and I guess you consider me a salty dog, but
Petite Jean River Homestead is in the house, and Kevin of Tuber Chat did a Tuber Chat raid, so we have a lot of new names in here.
Well, thank you very much, everybody who came over from Pete.
Kevin.
Or from Kevin, I mean. Yeah, from Kevin. I appreciate it. So, I don't know, we had 39 people here right now, so that's pretty good. So, what else? What's next? Why don't you give the word away?
The giveaway word for next week.
The secret word is
home again. HOMEAGAIN, one word. Home again.
Has anybody seen Jan in here?
No. Karen Lucy says the color of your shirt looks good on you.
Huh?
The color of your shirt looks good on you.
Thank you. Well,
because it kind of looks, it's kind of an off color now.
Yeah. It looks orange on the picture, but it's reddish.
Yeah, that's how.
I want to apologize to everybody. I brought the wrong camera. Because if I had brought the right camera, webcam, you guys would have saw some amazing scenery. I would have gone live and done some amazing scenery outside. But this camera is a E-Meet camera, and it's only good for indoors, I think.
Hey, Radio Jonesy.
If you turn it to
how are you
to show the outside, it washes out to white. So it may be a bad camera too. It may be going bad. I'm not sure, but I apologize. So
that's why we didn't do our live.
That's why we didn't do our live.
Well, we did do a live from your phone, but it wasn't as long as normal.
Right.
Remember, we went down to
and we did live from the room,
in
the room talking because I went, for 30 minutes or so, whatever it was.
Yeah.
But anyways, if you guys were hoping to see more scenery and stuff, you'll have to watch the videos. I've got scads and scads and scads of
content coming out your ears.
I got two Sims cards, 128 gigabytes each full. I've got two Sims cards of 32 megabytes each, or gigabytes each that are full, and I have the GoPro, which is 128 gigabytes. It's full, so it will be some hours editing, but it will be some good ones. The Lumberjack show, you weren't allowed to video record at the Lumberjack show, but they said you could take pictures. So my camera, if you push the picture button, it will snap shots really fast, and it'll take 45 shots like in 30 seconds, or something like that.
Fast.
So I will put those together, so it'll be like a video. You'll see how the thing was, but it was an awesome show. It really was. And I don't know why they don't want you a video recording. Susan did a short out of there, but on her phone, they couldn't tell she was doing a short, but.
We will be home. Michael Pinson says, hurry up, get home. We miss you all. I know who really misses us. It's Roman.
No, it's not. It's not Roman. It's Jewel.
Jewel?
Yeah, Jewel.
So, yeah, we'll be home tomorrow. We got our red eye thing coming up.
Yep.
So he told me not to talk about our excursions because that's our video content. And
I told you don't give it away.
It wants the anticipation to stay ahead. But that I could talk about a couple different things. I mean, I've already talked some, but a couple different things that are not on video. And one of them is that he told me several times, and we don't have it out here, times.
Right, it's here.
The camera?
Yeah.
He told me several times, at least twice a day, or actually every time I picked up this one particular camera, not to hold on to the legs and not to count on the legs, to hold on to the camera. So I did until I was trying to do scenery. I think we were coming into we were coming into Victoria, British Columbia, and I was standing out on the back, out on the railing, and I was standing next to it, and I was talking, and I was in the railing. I wasn't hanging over hanging over it into the ocean. And it's hanging onto the camera. But as I was talking, I thought in my mind, this would be better if I could flip the camera
Hey,
around
Ringo, what's happening?
see myself, show you guys myself. So I had the camera here, but I moved my hand down and I turned it. And as I turned the camera, I turned it off of the little legs that we had on, which are not the right legs that we wanted. We couldn't find the ones we really wanted to bring with us. And the camera goes and drops to the ground. And he was trying to set up some shorts.
Hey, Robert Ringo, if you, which is W RJ, was it RJ RW? It was Ringo, from the SBMA.
Oh yeah, RJ.
Hey, RJ. If you would go and email me, you can go onto our about page, and our email's in there. Send me an email, and I'll send you my phone number. Okay. All right. Sorry. Go ahead.
Heartland HQ. We're at the Comfort Inn off of the Lobby Inn where they do their continental breakfast, and it's kind of a glass room, but that's where we're at right now. We have a late red-eye flight tonight, and so we're doing our live now, and then we have dinner plans with Tim and CV, and then we'll go to the airport because it's supposed to be kind of busy tonight.
Plus, they say between 9 and 11 it'll be real busy.
We probably won't see it. Well, we might from the plane, Jerry said, but the Northern Lights thing is going on tonight too, between like 9 and 1. It's
really good here.
So we'll see how that is, but that's where we're at right now. So
Ginger's comment. What's Ginger's comment? How far up is it, Des? I don't see it.
Oh, take it off of here.
Oh.
So
okay.
He was trying to set up some, we had internet, so he was trying to set up some shorts that we had taken, whatever, and it was, and of course was quite upset with me. And I felt really, really bad. I was even looking on my phone to see, well, we have to go Thursday to pick up our chickens in Lebanon. Maybe we could stop at the camera store in Springfield and get the lens fixed. As he's looking at it, he says, it's all broken inside, blah, blah, blah.
Well,
so then he finished.
It was all skewed inside.
Right. And the camera wouldn't recognize the lens. You could see.
And it's a brand new lens.
You could see the outline of what was there in front, like my legs, but to connect the lens, it wasn't focusing.
So I got one of her knitting needles, and I was poking around thing, and I felt it go pop. I went, that's good. I tried it again, still nothing. So I moved it on the other side and felt it go pop again. Put it back on, and it works. So I just saved myself $185.
Well, and I said, I just won that $800.
Yeah, but that doesn't make a difference. That doesn't make a difference, So
that was one thing, and then today we were sitting. Yesterday we disembarked off the ship at specific times based on the color of our luggage tags, because they picked up all our suitcases the night before and had them downstairs, and then they moved them off the ship and into the terminal that we were in. And so then they would call out the colors, and then you would cattle herd down the stairs and around the corner and all to pick up your suitcase. And so we did. We went, saw the yellow area, found our suitcases, and I turned to put my backpack on the handle of the suitcase because it was heavy. It had, I can't remember what was in it.
It had the camera in it. It had the computer in it, and had a bunch of wires and stuff in it.
And money.
And the money she won.
And I thought, Jerry, I said, oh my God, Jerry, I don't have the backpack. I got to go back upstairs.
And my heart goes.
So he held onto the suitcases, and I went against the fish with the fishes coming down around, told, the security people what had happened. Yeah, I was going up current, and told people what, the security what I needed to do, and they told me I could use the elevator. Well, that was all well and good, except for the elevator. I had to wait for the handicapped people in wheelchairs and cane, that couldn't go down the stairs to come out. And so then I jumped in, and then it went up, and then the fish coming down were really, upstairs. I ran around, got back to where we were sitting, and the whole place was almost empty upstairs. Almost, they had 4 colors, and they were all downstairs. Oh man, somebody walked by and picked up my bag. There it was, sitting at the side of the aisle that I was on, and oh my God, I sat down, put it on. My heart was going. I knew he was worried about what was going on, so I had to hurry back down the stairs, and anyway, all was good. The camera still works. I found the backpack. Those are my only 2 faux pas.
Yeah, we would have lost
and it was at the end of the trip instead of the beginning.
The computer, 2 cameras, a
Yeah.
GoPro. Oh my God,
It would have been awful.
It would have been awful. The whole trip would have been ruined, really.
Exactly.
You know, and all my content was in there. Also, the cards were all in there. It would have been terrible. Like we never even went.
All the money you won.
Yeah, all the money. No, all my she won.
Yeah.
Yeah. So it would have been terrible.
Yeah.
I was like, oh my God, and my heart was like skipping a beat every once in a while until she came around the corner. I had to see her come around the corner, that backpack on, and I'm going, yes. That's almost like winning again, you know.
Yeah. So anyway, so it was
an awesome trip.
It was a fabulous time.
If you guys ever think about going on a cruise, an Alaska cruise, I know it's expensive, but it is well worth it. You know, and I can tell you on excursions, if you take an excursion and it's an excursion that's like for instance, we went to the gold prospecting, and then we went to the train, and we got picked up by a bus. That bus is responsible for getting you back to the ship on time. When we got off of the bus in town, he said, "Now I'm no longer responsible for you because you don't get there. You're on your own."
Yeah.
And we were only going up to the fabric store, but we went on the one at Ketchikan, and it was the lumberjack show.
Mm-hmm.
And then we went to the cultural center, and the girl dropped us off. We walked up to the lumberjack show. There was everybody for the lumberjack show was there. All the different buses were there at the lumberjack show. Well, and there was only 17 people on our bus. 17 people.
Right, but there was actually 4 cruise ships that had come in. And
so this place was full. You know, and when we came in, they put this tag on it saying lumberjack. Well, everybody that was in our bus had the same lumberjack tag, so it was marking us to be sure we were on the same group type thing. When we walked out of there, we walked back down to where we were supposed to meet her on the pier, and she's not there. And I got there as soon as I got there first. So that's our biggest fear, is getting stuck someplace. And so Susan and I looked at Susan. She goes, "Oh, she's not here." I said, "No, she's not here." And then another bus comes up, and I said, "Hey, could you because she said she'd be there." I said, "Can you call with your radio to find out where she's at?" So he got on the radio, and he said, "Yeah, she's about 2 minutes out. She's bringing another group of people to drop off."
That's she hadn't planned on doing that.
No, she hadn't planned on it. So then we got on there, and she takes us out to the culture center, and she stays with us then.
Mm-hmm. And she does the tour. She did
the tour, the speaking, and all that. We got back on her bus, and she took us back to the boat, and we were there in plenty of time. We
got back at 12:30, and we had to be on the boat by 12:45.
Yeah. So, but she said she said to us that I'm responsible to get you back there, and if I don't get you back there, I will have to hear it from the captain, and I don't want to hear it from the captain. Hey, Robert Media.
Mm-hmm. Robert McNedia.
Yeah, thank you for coming in. So that's the thing. If you go on excursions, you need to find ones that is guided. Guided, like you say, guided, because that way you're guaranteed to get back and you're not missing it.
I mean, you can do your own. You can do your own excursions, but
like we did to Victoria. You want to tell them about how we went to Victoria? Because I had no video of that at all.
We were going to do the escape room, and I was really worried in Victoria originally, and I was really worried about the timing of it because we got in at 6:30, and we were going to leave at 12
o'clock. Yep.
12 o'clock. But we couldn't get off until 8. Because Victoria, Canada, they had to go in and get cleared by customs before they can let us off. So we didn't get off the ship until 8, and then we had to be back by 11:30, 11:45, something like that.
11:30.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So when the cruise line canceled the escape room for whatever reason, they signed us up for axe throwing, and I automatically, when Jerry told me, I said, "No, not doing it."
And I said, "No, we're not doing it."
So we canceled that totally
because it was $179 to throw axes. Well, I could go to Branson and do it for $35. So why would I want to spend, on a cruise, spend $179 to throw axes, which I could do for $30, $35 down in Branson? So I thought, we ain't doing that.
Hi, Ralph. How are you?
Hey, Ralph. Where is he?
Ralph just came in.
Hey, Ralph. There he is.
So I said, I just want to go in and get, a couple magnets, Des.
Yes, thank you, Des.
And a postcard or two, because I had decided I was going to do something with postcards, but I didn't get what I wanted, I think, in Skagway. So it doesn't matter. So we were just going to walk, go into town for maybe an hour, hour and a half and come back. So we get off, and we, after the debacle of the camera and everything was smoothed over, we went and we were out.
We got on a bus.
But wasn't it 9 o'clock that we were 8:30, 9 o'clock?
We finally got on a bus.
We got on a bus that
took us into town.
Mm-hmm.
We got off the bus and we looked at this. This is where the bus will pick you up. Other buses will be here to pick you up.
But don't forget, there's 4 other ships.
Yeah, there's 4 other ships or 3 other ships in dock.
3, yeah.
This will be where it'll pick you up. We got off the bus, walked right into the store. It's right there. They went into the shop, and Susan bought a couple more magnets or Des, and then we walked back out, and we were going to get right a line. There's a line that goes down the road, up the road, and we're thinking, oh my Lord. So we had to walk down the road and then up the road and get in line to get back on the bus to get back to the ship.
Yeah.
So
it was crowded because they also had
it was like a stadium.
Some shows going on, other tourist things besides just the ships coming in.
I can go lock myself in. Yeah. There was no bathroom on that bus though. So, anyways, go ahead.
So anyway, that's what we did. We all went. There's just about 6 of us.
Brenda.
We hooked up with Brenda, Nick and Jamie, and Addie.
Yep. And we all watched each other's backs because it was super crowded.
And then
and poor Brenda was having Pepsi withdrawals.
So I walked with her to a candy store that sold Pepsi. Oh, and the other thing about it is that in British Victoria, we couldn't spend American money. It had to be Canadian money or our debit credit card, whatever. And so,
which was interesting. And I'll tell you that story real quick afterwards. Go ahead.
Oh, so anyway, I walked with Brenda down to the candy store to get a Pepsi, which was a bottle about a can. About this size.
It was not that tall.
Yeah.
It was like a 20-ounce beer bottle. It was a can. For a big can of Pepsi.
For $4.25. She barely got it paid for before she was popping that can and then in her withdrawal.
Get out of her DDTs,
Because the cruise ship was Coke
products.
Coke products. And most of the places we stopped in were Coke products. Yeah.
No, we don't drink Coke.
No, we don't. So if it's a Coke place like the casino was, then that's why we got root beer. Because root beer or Sprite is the only thing we.
Cream soda.
Yeah.
Yeah, Terry, I'll tell you a story I heard about that too. I'll tell you on the phone. But anyway, so Susan buys these magnets, and just bought mostly magnets, weren't you? All you bought? Oh, it bought me a thing of maple peanut brittle, and that's all you bought, wasn't it?
For us, technically, yeah.
It was $52 and some odd cents, and I said I don't care.
We got the cards that you're telling what we got: cards, the magnets, your peanut brittle stuff, and Robert's socks.
Oh yeah, Robert's socks. Yeah, the socks. We don't want to even talk about socks. We can't say. I don't want to say those kind of words on our thing. But anyway, we got some socks. So, anyways, I go ring up. It's $57. $57. Yeah, $57. I said, okay, fine, no big deal. We bought it. We can finally get on after all that long line. Get on the bus. Finally get back to the boat. We get on the boat, and I thought, I wonder if that charge gone through yet into my debit card type thing. So I punched it up. And I'm looking at it going, they only charged me $42 because that's U.S. money, $42. $57 was Canadian. Yeah. So it was $15 less for that. Yeah, soon could have bought more stuff. Anyways, it was interesting because I didn't expect that much of a difference, but there was that much of a difference.
Yeah.
Hey, Panchico, welcome in.
But yeah, Addie said she knew that, and so before she left Missouri, that's Addie is Crazy Crafters with K's. She got some
Canadian money.
Yeah, about $20 worth, and so she used it, but the rest of us used our card. And I just found that really interesting.
Goodbye, Linda.
So the other thing
We're almost ready to end this anyways, but thank you.
After the fishing trip, we ran into Tony and Joni and Lisa and Jesse, and they and I asked Tony why can't this family that got the fish and whatever, why can't they do the have the fish in? And he says the Canadians would devalue their fish market by having American fish come in.
Yeah.
And I thought, well, that's really crappy. But there's our buddies for the day. There's our buddy for the days. We spent
the Neil.
time with him yesterday, last night, this afternoon.
We just wanted to jump in and say hi. Hi, y'all.
So,
it was an awesome cruise.
Yep.
There's Linda Peterson.
Yep.
Linda.
So we're ready to book again.
Yep. We're looking at it. There's one in July. My sister's going on, and we're looking at and going on that one. I wish they were longer than 7 days. I wish I could afford one that was more than 7 days. There's Ken.
There's Ken again.
Ken saying hi to you guys.
Yeah. Hi there.
Okay, Tim. Are you on your way? You should be on your way, buddy. I hope you're on your way. So we're gonna go and have dinner with Tim and CV. So they'll be here probably. Oh,
Who knows?
Well, it's 3:40. No, is that right time? What time is that?
No, it's 4:43.
That's the wrong time. I got to change it. So they'll be here in about an hour, roughly, or so.
Yeah.
Half hour or something, 40 minutes, like that.
So I was very surprised. I have to say, I was very surprised that I had no motion sickness whatsoever, none whatsoever. I even stood on the balcony and looked out at the water.
Dog?
I looked down at the water. I'm surprised. I was prepared and expecting it, but didn't have a thing. So
Eddie, you're gonna have to go back and watch the beginning of this on the replay because you missed a lot of it. I think unless you were in here not talking. So
yes, sir.
You need to go back and watch it because there was a lot of good information.
If you can, take a cruise. If you can't, that's okay. Yep. But
I tell you what,
I waited 40. Well,
we waited 41 years to be able to do a honeymoon type thing, and that's what it was. And it was we had a good time on the ship, off the ship. The only thing I think was Friday, waiting to get into Victoria was it was a
little nerve-wracking
and boring in a way.
Well, because we were there at night as well.
Yeah, I wish it could have pulled in earlier, and we could see the place during the day. It looked different.
Yeah, that Empress Palace would have been amazing.
Yeah, to be able to see that.
It was pretty with the lights, but it would have been amazing to see it because it was something to do with the old days of Queen Victoria and the United Kingdom, yada yada yada. But what was interesting is that there were 2 Princess Line cruises there at the dock. We pulled in. One Princess Line cruise left, and then a Holland America ship came in and left before we did. I mean, they were only there for like 2 hours. But here's the deal: on the Alaskan cruises, Victoria was our only foreign port.
Yeah.
And the cruise lines have to pull into a foreign port before they can come back to the United States. So I don't know how it works on the Caribbean cruises. I'm sure it's the same. I don't know what the foreign port would be. But we were Juneau, Skagway, Ketchikan are all Alaska cities.
Right.
And then Victoria, BC is the foreign port for those ships. So that's all that Holland America did was just come in, get cleared from customs, and then basically leave. I don't think they even let the people get off. I don't see how they could have.
I don't know how they could have because they were
time-wise, but it was amazing.
They were there for only like 3 hours. So they were just in and out, basically.
Okay, so here's a little heads up. Tim and Sylvia have several channels that we found out, and one of them is called Off Topic Squirrel, and he thinks they're going to do a live on the way home. And I wanted to say that Cooking Munchie Mafia Official does a 1 to 2 hour live on Sunday nights. It's a cooking show because she is a chef.
Western time, so it'll be
Pacific time.
Yeah. But then that's a Western, Pacific, same thing. And then it's so us at home would be 10 o'clock, and then Verdez it would be 11 o'clock.
Yeah. And you guys are 10 o'clock.
You guys are 10 o'clock. So
the other one,
we're gonna try to start watching that one on Sunday.
And then Robertson's, their Belly Acres is on live tonight at 7 shortly. I'm not sure about Ginger and her group because they did a support of Robertson's did a fundraiser for Julie and Randy. So the digging in with the sisters through their
9
support.
Eastern. I said 10. It's 9 Eastern.
Showed their through their support of their live. I think it was last week to them. So their Belly Acres is on at 7.
We're way at work time, dear. 1 hour and 3 minutes.
Okay. All right. So sorry.
We're gonna zip her up, and we're gonna end the show with our song. And I'm getting home to check my bees. We may have to have more honey come out. So, anyways, you guys, love all you guys. Appreciate you all coming in here
tonight.
And we'll see you next week. Remember, the word is
home again.
And that's for the giveaway. All right. So here we go.
From the West Coast to Missouri's land, we built this life with our own 2 hands. Cattle, goats, and donkeys too. Horses and llamas, we're a farm that grew. Chickens clucking, dogs running free. This is the place we're meant to be. Let the stinging begin, we're bee owners now. Through the ups and downs, we make it somehow. The good, the bad, the pretty, the pain. These are the golden days we claim. Butler Family Farm, it's where we win. Let the stinging begin. Sunrise hits, chores on the list. Bowling lanes at night, wood crafts we twist. Jerry's on the forge, Susan's quilting art. Robert's gaming strong, each plays their part. With every day new stories unfold. Living life, it never gets old. Let the stinging begin, we're bee owners now. Through the ups and downs, we make it somehow. The good, the bad, the pretty, the pain. These are the golden days we claim. Butler Family Farm, it's where we win. Let the stinging begin. 18 years and counting, still going strong. Meetups with friends, our journey's long. From San Diego shores to Missouri's hills, we found our home, it gives us thrills. Let the stinging begin, we're bee owners now. Through the ups and downs, we make it somehow. The good, the bad, the pretty, the pain. These are the golden days we claim. Butler Family Farm, it's where we win. Let the stinging begin, we're bee owners now. Through the ups and downs, we make it somehow. The good, the bad, the pretty, the pain. These are the golden days we claim. Butler Family Farm, it's where we win. Let the stinging begin.